Beautiful. There's the cam. There's the striker on getting behind, and there is the finish. Beautiful using the 3-5-2. The 3-5-2 YouTube, an amazing formation. I've always said it, if you can get this formation right defensively, it's one of the best formations you can use on FIFA and EAFC 24. But first, drop this video a like for me. Drop a comment down below, and if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. So, you are going to want to use balanced on the defensive style. For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC24 coins, check out mmoexp.com. Link is down in the description below. Use the code WOLF at the checkout for 5% off your order. Like I said at the start of the video, this formation, if you can get it right defensively, is the best formation on the game. Believe you me, I've said it ever since probably like FIFA 17, FIFA 16 days. The 3-5-2, getting it right defensively, because you've got everything going forward. So I would use balance on the defensive style. I would definitely not use a press after possession loss or a pressure on every touch. I don't think it's very good, especially when you are using a 3-5-2. Like I've said many times already in this video, we need to get it right defensively. So that's why I'm using balanced. A balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team shape is neutral. The defensive width, this is actually very, very, very important, okay, YouTube. You want to go very narrow with the 3-5-2, okay? So go all the way down to 35 on the defensive width. There's that defensive width, should I say. Being quite narrow, being really hard to break down. That's what I'm talking about. Nice and narrow, really making us hard to break down. I'll tell you, when you go really narrow with the 3-5-2, it is so hard to get past you. Again, very narrow. It's so hard to break down because of it. Now, I know you might be looking at me already and going, that is so narrow, I'm scared of using that. Just trust me, on the latest patch about 4 or 5 weeks ago, EA tried to nerf the left midfielder and the right midfielder on comeback on defense when using like a 3-back/5-back formation. So we need to go very narrow just to make sure that our left midfielder and our right midfielder, when we don't have the ball, they do tuck into almost like a left wing back and a right wing back, so that we are basically defending with a 5 at the back. Very, very, very important that you go very narrow on the defensive width. If you're only going to take anything from today's video on the 3-5-2, use the 35 width. Just trust me, you need to go very, very, very narrow with it. The defensive depth, I'm so sorry, YouTube. 71 depth is back. It's back with a bang. It's back and it's better than it ever has been. So you are going to want to use 71 depth on old gen and new gen. But there again, 71 depth. Beautiful. Oh, the 71 depth even scoring as a goal. Love it. Nice. There's that 71 depth. Winning the ball nice and high up the pitch. 71 depth, I tell you. I love it so much. EA tried to patch this about 4 or 5 weeks ago on the big patch, and it did work. They did actually patch it about 4 or 5 weeks ago. But over the last week or so, it's come back. I don't know whether they've done a soft patch and it's kind of reverted back to the old patch in terms of the 71 depth, but it's very, very, very OP now, YouTube. Back to like it was. But remember, you do have 2 options. If you don't want to use 71 depth, I personally would recommend 57 depth with the 3-5-2. Remember, we need to get this formation right defensively to make it an elite formation. So that's why I would use 57 depth if you're not using the 71 depth. But for me, 71 depth, your absolute bread and butter. The offense is build up play and chance creation, YouTube. You probably already know what I'm going to say at this point. It's balanced on the build up play like it always has been, and then the chance creation, of course, is going to be direct passing, your absolute bread and butter. It's actually very, very, very much needed on a 3-5-2. We need to get our left midfielder and our right midfielder really helping out in the attacking side of the game, and having it on direct passing really does make them runs in behind very, very, very effective. The offensive width, now you are going to want to go a little bit more narrow, YouTube, ever so slightly, so down from the preset 50 to the 45. What this does is it means our left midfielder and our right midfielder are actually in better positions to pick up the ball and also to stop the transitions, because remember, we need to get this formation right defensively, so having the left midfielder and the right midfielder in them better positions, kind of like they come inwards ever so slightly. So instead of hugging the touchline, they do come inwards a little bit. Very, very, very good. I really, really like that with the 45 offensive width. Players in the box, you already know what I'm going to say at this point, YouTube. It is, of course, 7. The more players that we have in the box, the more likely we are to score a goal. And that is even true when we are using a 3-5-2. Even though going forward it is an amazing formation anyway, we do still want to get as many players as we can in the box without leaving us too exposed defensively. So that's why I use 7. The corners and free free kicks, I always lower it down from 3-3 to 2-2 to stop us getting counter-attacked on. Custom tactics done. Let's get into the player instructions. Now, the 3-5-2, like I've said, is an amazing formation going forward. So quite a lot of my player instructions that I do use is to try and get it right defensively. That's kind of like the way that I look at it. So both the strikers anyway are on exactly what they are in all of my custom tactics. You will see that I use my strikers on pretty much the same thing and have done many a year on EAFC 24. So both of my strikers are on stay central and getting behind. Beautiful ball. There's the striker. Stay central and getting behind. Love it. Beautiful striker. Stay central and getting behind with a wonderful finish as well. The crux of that is we have a left midfielder and a right midfielder already in the 3-5-2 with the stay central. So I don't really want my strikers venturing out wide. We've already got a left midfielder and a right midfielder that do that anyway. And they're getting behind, of course. I want both of my strikers to make them penetrating runs in behind. It's very important, YouTube, that you do that. I want both my strikers, the left striker and the right striker, make penetrating runs in behind. Run. Make the run in behind. Because especially, like with a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, a 4-3-1-2, a 4-2-3-1, and a 3-5-2, when you have a central cam behind a striker or two strikers, having both of your strikers making them penetrating runs in behind to leave the gap for our cam to operate in is so key. And that actually brings us nicely onto the middle cam. So the central cam, there's two options here, YouTube. Okay, option one is the option that I use, and that is having the cam on stay forward and get into the box for cross. That's what I'm talking about by the cam. You see my cam there, making them forward runs a little bit. Oh, and he gets the finish as well. That's why the cam is so important in the 3-5-2. Get into the box for cross, so needed. The getting to the box for cross is pretty self-explanatory. I want my cam making penetrating runs, not in behind, but kind of being very much involved in the attacking third of the game. Having that player on getting to the box for cross, your cam will get a lot of goals and a lot of assists and be in the box a lot. And if they're in the box a lot, they are more likely to score the goals. This is where you can tweak it a little bit though. I like having my cam on stay forward. So my cam will stay forward. If you actually read what it says, when your cam is on stay forward, they do not come back to support the defense. I like that because it means then when we get the ball, our cam is already in that cam position to kind of dictate the play, get on the ball and stuff like that. I really like that. If you are someone that struggles defensively though, YouTube, put the cam on comeback on defense. That means that they will always try to track back and support the defense. I like that, but I just much prefer having them on stay forward. I think it's really OP. That then brings us onto the most important players in the 3-5-2. That is the left midfielder and the right midfielder. So the first thing you're going to want to straight away put on your left midfielder and your right midfielder is come back on defense. You see there the left midfielder and the right midfielder tucking in because they are on comeback on defense. You see there the left midfielder and the right midfielder tucking in nicely, defending as a back five. That means that your left midfielder and your right midfielder will track back and almost defend like a back five when we don't have the ball. The other three things that you're going to want to put on are then attacking things. So the first thing is stay wide, then get in behind, and then as well get into the box for cross. Very important. The stay wide is so needed. This just means that your left midfielder and your right midfielder will defend in a wing back role. The getting behind and getting to the box for cross, they are of course attacking player instructions. That means that they will make penetrating runs in behind, and they get into the box for cross. I always say it to you, YouTube, the more players that we have in the box, the more likely we are to score a goal. It is so important. I cannot express to you how important it is to have both your left midfielder and your right midfielder with that getting to the box for cross. Both of your CDMs, you're going to want to put them on cover centre straight away. Then your more defensive minded CDM, so for me my right CDM, and that is Yaya Toure, have that CDM on stay back while attacking and cover centre. There's Yaya Toure. That's what I'm talking about, having an out and out CDM there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the Yaya Toure role. Oh, we need to get a goal from him. But you see him there winning the ball back. That basically means that this CDM is an out-and-out CDM. So this CDM is very much like a Boubacar Kamara role for Aston Villa, a Rodri role for Man City. Any of them type of players you can think of. Fabinho when he was good at Liverpool. Any of them type of players you can think of. That player will not dictate the play as such, but they'll win the ball back and give it to the better players. And they will just sit there in that number 6 role. Your more attack-minded CDM that you have. So for me, my left CDM, you're going to want to only put that CDM on cover centre. So they will be on balance attack. That means they will get forward ever so slightly. They won't YOLO it right up next to the 2 strikers, but they will try and be involved in the attacking side of the game and in the attacking transition. Very, very, very important. I like having at least one of my CDMs on balanced attack or get forward, and then have the other one on stay back while attacking. All 3 of my centre backs are just on completely default settings, so stay back while attacking, normal interceptions, and stick to position. And then last but not least, my goalkeeper is then on comes to crosses and sweeper keeper. Beautiful. There's the right midfielder. That's why I love having the left midfielder and the right midfielder on getting to the box for cross. They just give us so many attacking options. So overpowered. Oh my God. It's nothing to do with the 3-5-2, but I'm going to leave that goal in because that is an absolute worldie. Wow. But there again, 71 depth. Beautiful. Oh, the 71 depth even scoring as a goal. Love it. Beautiful. Beautiful again. Perfect. I tried to do a L1 heel to heel and the game just didn't do it, hence why I just carried on running. That's so funny. That's what I'm talking about by the cam. You see my cam there, making them forward runs a little bit. Oh, and he gets the finish as well. That's why the cam is so important in the 3-5-2. Getting to the box for cross, so needed. Beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. Love it. Oh, it's so good. The 3-5-2 is so good, honestly. Oh, hello. There's the cam. There we go. That's why the cam. You see the cam there? He actually made a little bit of a darting run into the box. Again, because my cam is on getting to the box for cross. There's the cam again. There's the cam. There we go. Oh, the cam is... I'm telling you, everything goes through the cam in the 3-5-2. And I mean absolutely everything. And that right there, YouTube, is my brand new updated 3-5-2 custom tactics for you. If you did enjoy this video, you know what to do. Drop it a like for me. Drop a comment down below. And if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.